Little Mr. Git.
Well, yeah. I love the little Midget really, but it's just too small, you know, that's the trouble, like, really. But 1500, as we know, not rated as the best engine. But then again, they're all right, they're fine. You know, it's fashionable, isn't it, to knock certain cars with certain engines, like Scimitars with V6 Granadas. I've had nothing but enjoyment out of V6 engines. I think they're fantastic engines. And I've worked on a lot, I've replaced a lot, exchanged units from the factory and such like on V4 Transits. And I love V4s, but it's so fashionable to knock them. Their gasket problems and all the rest of it. I'll be honest, I haven't had a lot of trouble. And we haven't had much trouble with these, but they do, the thrust washers wear, and they do get a little bit maney, just a little bit, you know, you can soon tell when you put the clutch down, can't you, and crank move forward a bit. But generally speaking, they're nice, a sound engine, looked after, they're great, but the cars themselves, I think, are just a super little starter classic. I don't think you can buy better, other than an MGB, I suppose, really, but an MGB is more expensive. So if you're on a budget of $3.5 grand, $4.5 grand for a nice car, one that don't really want anything much spent on it, you go for a Midget. You know, if you've got a budget of $6.5 grand, $7.5 grand for an MGB, you go for an MGB, don't you? So I think they're good value, and we've sold them really well. This is nice with wire wheels, painted wheels, lovely, painted wire wheels, exactly what it should have. Nice hood, not new but lovely, just fine. Rubber bumpers, well, you just grow into them. They're not the issue they used to be. A lot of flies in, aren't they? They're not the issue that they used to be. People are now accepting them a bit more because of the age groups moved on. So the older guy that wouldn't have considered anything but a chrome bumper Midget at one stage will now quite happily go for a rubber. And you'll find, I've found over the years, that anyone who knows MGBs and MG Midgets will agree, I'm convinced, that rubber bumper stuff is better than chrome bumper stuff. It really, really is. MGBs particular, they sit up nicer, they drive better, they run nicer. You can change them to chrome bumper if you want, can't you? But what I'm trying to say is your uncle was big into MGBs at one time, very, very big. And what he didn't know about MGBs really weren't worth knowing. And he said to me one day, which really surprised me, that anybody in my position that knows MGBs would run a rubber rather than a chrome bumper MGB. Do you know, and he's dead right. He's absolutely dead right. So I'll rate them, and I rate that little car. It's lovely. Ain't going to make a lot of money, is it? It's going to make $3.5, $4 grand. But what a lovely little starter sports car classic for that money. That don't look to want a lot doing to it. It looks really, really great. You know, all the shut lines are all good. Really nice. A little ding there. I know it's a tiny little ding that someone's shut the bonnet on something, but you know, it's nothing. You hardly notice it. You wouldn't do anything with it. The bumpers are all in good nick. I love the painted wires. I think that's great. That's a big plus. That sort of redates the car a little bit, I think. I don't like Rostals. I don't like Rostals on MGBs. I don't like them on Midgets. But you put a set of painted wires on, and it takes that car back 10 years, which is great, right? But yeah, look how straight little car, isn't it? Level little thing. It's had door skins, look. But a nice little motor. Dashboard looks quite nice. Yeah, it's all good. Nice little car. Nice seats. Carpets are okay by the looks of it. Great little car. At a budget of like $3.5, $4 grand, you won't burn any better, I don't think. Right.